Have you ever wondered how long movies really stay in theaters? The answer might surprise you. It's not just about how many tickets are sold. In recent times, predicting the theatrical run of a film has become increasingly challenging. In the past, it was largely determined by financial success and competition from other films releasing shortly after. However, factors like the booming popularity of streaming platforms, the decline in physical media sales, and the soaring budgets for blockbuster films have all influenced how studios and cinemas manage their theatrical portfolios. Currently, most films tend to have a theatrical window lasting between 30 and 45 days. This duration can fluctuate based on various factors, such as the film itself and its overall performance. Prior to the pandemic closures in 2020, blockbuster franchises seemed almost guaranteed to have extended runs. Yet, with significant franchises like the Marvel Cinematic Universe facing challenges at the box office, and viral events like the Barbenheimer phenomenon capturing audience attention, it's become increasingly difficult to forecast a film's success. Box office performance remains key. Despite the complexities of today's film industry, box office performance continues to be a crucial indicator of how long a movie will be shown in theaters. If a film is earning revenue, theaters will keep it on their screens. Conversely, if a movie underperforms, it is likely to be pulled quickly in favor of more promising titles. Take the film Oppenheimer, for instance. Released in 2023, this R-rated standalone film achieved an impressive theatrical run of 122 days, the longest of the year. Why? Because it became the third highest grossing R-rated feature ever, earning nearly $1 billion worldwide. When a movie generates such staggering revenue, theaters are eager to keep it available, and studios are willing to invest in its promotion. Moreover, the film's director, Christopher Nolan, is a significant draw for audiences. He's become a powerhouse known for films that carry considerable cultural weight and enjoy substantial marketing support. This further contributes to a movie's successful performance and extended run in theaters. Here's the impact of COVID-19 on the film industry. The COVID-19 pandemic brought monumental shifts to theatrical windows. When theaters began reopening after the initial lockdowns, studios started utilizing hybrid release strategies to cope with the pronounced decrease in in-person attendance. Many major films began premiering simultaneously in theaters and on their respective streaming platforms, a tactic pioneered by Warner Brothers, with titles like Wonder Woman 1984 and Godzilla vs. Kong. Before the pandemic, films typically enjoyed approximately 90 days of exclusive theatrical release. This period didn't guarantee screen time for the entire duration, but it meant that home media releases, both digital and physical, would only emerge after that window closed. Unfortunately, the pandemic's repercussions, along with industry events like the Writers Guild of America strike in 2023, led to significant contractions of this period for many films. Even after the simultaneous streaming approach diminished, studios found themselves releasing films digitally much earlier than the previous norm of 90 days. Streaming's growing influence. Simultaneously, the realm of streaming surged in popularity. What began as a niche market with platforms like Netflix and Hulu exploded as companies such as NBC Universal, Disney, and Paramount established their services. With this influx, studios became increasingly eager to provide new content to digital platforms, aiming to maximize exposure and capture audience interest quickly. Even as theater attendance gradually improved post-pandemic, many audiences have shifted toward convenient at-home viewing options, whether via streaming or digital rentals, making it more challenging for studios to maintain the pre-COVID standard 90-day exclusivity. In response, many studios are now greatly reducing this window, striving to entice viewers who prefer the comfort of home. Although there have been calls for a standardized exclusivity period, it seems unlikely such measures will be implemented soon. Diverse theaters, diverse runs. When discussing how long movies remain in theaters, it's important to recognize the various types of cinemas operating today. While large chains like Regal and AMC dominate the market, smaller independent theaters play a significant role in certain communities. These smaller venues, often with limited screens, face challenges keeping older films showing since they need to frequently adjust schedules to feature new releases. Indie films also contend with similar issues. Their success often hinges on grassroots word of mouth after a strong opening weekend. A case in point is Pixar's Elemental from 2023, which gained traction through positive audience buzz. However, if an indie movie lacks the star appeal or marketing clout of a big-budget film, it may never get that chance to cultivate a devoted audience. As the budgets for major blockbusters grow, the industry increasingly depends on fewer major releases, limiting the variety of offerings that once characterized the cinematic landscape. Each film is now expected to perform exceptionally to justify its high production costs, which further marginalizes smaller films, essentially shrinking the once thriving middle class of releases. Typical theatrical runs today. In the current landscape, most movies tend to stay in theaters for approximately 40 days. While this time frame may allow for some growth, it unfortunately doesn't provide ample opportunity for films to recover from a rocky start at the box office. The combination of escalating production costs, reduced exclusivity windows, lower attendance, and the rise of streaming services has created a challenging environment for films aiming for box office success. That said, hope remains for enthusiasts who believe that nothing quite compares to the experience of watching a film on the big screen alongside fellow moviegoers. The narrative of the theater industry facing decline has been prevalent for years, but while it has indeed evolved, it continues to thrive. Unexpected success stories, like the cultural phenomenon of Oppenheimer, and record holders like Avatar: The Way of Water, demonstrate that large audiences still seek the cinema experience when incentivized. As the industry adapts to these new dynamics, it is hopeful that this desire will only continue to grow.